What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now recently I have been using a ton of US angling baits, mainly the Dura Swimmer and the Dura Worm. But today I'm actually going to be trying out one of their hard baits, that being the Squarebill crankbait. Now I don't fish with crankbaits a lot, but I have had some success with Squarebills in the past. Now I'm trying to get this one unsnagged. Okay, right here is just a little crawfish Squarebill crankbait. As you can see right there, if the camera would ever focus, it says US Angling. Come on, camera, what are you doing with your life? Right here it is, US Angling on top. Pretty sweet little pattern right there. The water at this pond is pretty muddy, but I think with that orange and yellow and red, it should stand out pretty decently well. Basically, I'm just gonna make a lap or two around this pond, try to see if we can get on a little crankbait bite. Now, I haven't thrown a Squarebill at this pond in a while, so I don't know how well they're gonna eat it. Hopefully, they'll eat it really well. Oh gosh, I'm falling. Jeez, I made it, I think. Wow, yeah, that was not smooth at all. I reckon I'm just gonna get on in the kayak. Gnats are horrible today. I don't know why. You can probably see them all over me. But yeah, this is just kind of a review of the Squarebill crankbait made by US Angling. I'll let you know my thoughts on it after I get done fishing. So yeah, let's get in the water. Okay guys, here we go. Looks pretty good. First cast of the day. Oh, this action on this thing actually looks really good, guys. There we go. I'm mainly gonna fish it around all this wood at first, going down this bank, trying to bounce it off cover. I'm thinking if I can catch someone, this might be the best place. Now the other bank over there does not have a lot of structure, but I can probably still pick up a fish. But mainly I'm just targeting this lay down tree right now. I mean, there's a ton of places a bass would be hiding. Honestly, my favorite place for a Squarebill crankbait is just wood like this, lay down, because the bill deflects off cover so well. Come on, fish. Dude, I know there's gotta be one up in here somewhere. With all the limbs that have fell down from these pine trees overhead, there's got to be some fish in here. Oh man. There he is. I knew I had a bite. Yes. Ah! You gotta be kidding me. He hit it on the cast before, but he just completely missed it. And I pitched back in there and he swiped at it again. But it's kind of hard to work my rod and stuff because I got trees hanging all over me, and I was trying to play it safe, but dang it, it came off. Well, that is the first sign of action today. It makes sense because it's super shady right here with all these overhanging trees, and really everywhere else on the pond is sunny, so it makes sense that he was hanging out right here. Of course I get snagged in a tree on my next cast, but anyways, see if we can get it out here. There we go. So now we know they will bite this crankbait. We just got to get it in front of some more fish. That was a decent sized one too. I mean, it wasn't no dank. I'm thinking maybe across the pond near the dock they might be biting this thing pretty good, because there's also some pine trees over there. So we got a lot more pond to cover, and hopefully we can get on some more. There's one. Cool. Off the bank a little bit. God, that's a good fish. That is a good one. Oh, he's barely hooked. I mean, he is barely hooked. This isn't good. This is not good. Like one hook in him, guys. Okay, I think he might have hooked himself a little bit better. That's a good fish. Come here, buddy. Easy. Yes, sir. Solid guy. I mean, not a huge fish by any means, but solid little chunker right there. There we go. That is a solid, probably 1.5 pounder. He is super chunky. I don't know, maybe just like 1 1/4 or something. That's what did it right there. Fish number 1 of the day that I got in the boat. Second bite. Go off, buddy. There he goes. He was just sitting there for a second. That is interesting, guys. That guy was pushed off the bank about 10 yards. The water kind of drops off. It's like 5 or 6 feet deep where he was sitting. So maybe I need to stick to that pattern. I'm not sure. I might try to fish on the bank a little bit now and then make another lap around the pond, fishing out deeper. I don't know. That was kind of surprising. I mean, there's not a lot of cover on this bank, so it makes sense that he wasn't just sitting way up there because there's not much for him to hide in. I don't know. I guess we'll just keep fishing and see if we can get another bite that'll tell us some more information about these fish and what they're doing. There's one. Oh my gosh. Wow. Once again, kind of off the bank a little bit. Just a little dank. Get in the boat. Oh, not as tiny as I thought he was. Huh. I think we're on to something, guys. I think they're pushed off the bank. It is so hot right now. Like, it is incredibly hot. They must just be sitting out in kind of deeper water, because that shallow water is probably super hot right there on the edge. But wow, fish number 2. Honestly, that guy might have came up and hit it on top water. Either that or like the first time I reeled it, he was sitting under it and it just triggered him to bite. I'm not exactly too sure. But nevertheless, fish number 2, I'll take it. There's one. Yep. Can't tell how big he is. He's not big at all. But right there where I would expect a bass to be. Calm down, buddy. Guys, let me get off of this log. But as you can see, we are fishing this lay down tree right here. Just a pine tree that's been in the water for couple years, and as expected, I got a bass off of it. There goes the hook, guys. Bass number 3. Not only is a lay down tree just a good spot to fish in general, but it is amazing for a squarebill crankbait, because all those limbs in the water, the crankbait will just bounce off of them, and that can draw a reaction strike. There's one. That's a fish. And I was looking the other way. He's barely hooked. Come on, fish, stay on. I gotta keep pressure. Yes, sir. Fish number 4. God, he came unhooked. Almost got a hook in my face right there. Whew. He shook that hook off right in my face, guys. Tiny little bass. Alright, now they're starting to bite like they should have on the first lap around to the pond. I caught one off that big lay down pine tree, just got that one out of the brush pile, and this is how they should be biting, guys. This is how you catch them on a squarebill. Now if I can just continue to keep getting bites like this, then it'll all start to make sense. I don't know why I couldn't pick one up here on my first lap around the pond. I got whacked. Guys, it's super shallow right there, so I was just having to slow roll this thing so I didn't get it in weeds. And like I was barely moving the reel handle and one drilled me. Nice little bass. Dang it. I mean, I was reeling it like this slow, guys, because it is extremely shallow and weedy right here. God, right away. No! Dang it. I landed right on one, guys, and cranked it once and he crushed it. I had him hooked, but he came off. He didn't really get it in his mouth good, I don't think. I think he just kind of swiped it because it was right whenever I cranked it, it's whenever he hit it, and he just kind of got it on the side of his mouth, I'm thinking. Man, that could have been fish number 5. Well, boys, I'm not gonna lie to you. The conditions today were absolutely horrible for any kind of moving bait. I had no business trying to make a crankbait video today. It's literally like in the 90s, sunny, no wind whatsoever. This ain't it, guys. I should have picked a cooler, windier day, and it would have done phenomenal, because the crankbait here, now that I think about it, usually does good on like rainy, misty days and stuff like that. But nevertheless, I did catch 4 fish, which is actually really good, because the numbers at this pond lately have been super down. I mean, I'm catching like 2 or 3. I have caught some decent ones, but I'm not catching a ton. And to catch those on a crankbait is pretty phenomenal. I also lost like 4, so I mean, I got a lot of bites, guys. Now, for the review of the crankbait, I'm not gonna lie, guys, whenever I saw it, I was not thinking, oh my gosh, this thing's gonna be awesome. But whenever I put it in the water, the action was so smooth, guys. What I mean is it just swam perfectly straight. I mean, it had that little side-to-side wobble, but it ran straight. Now, what I mean by that is a lot of crankbaits, whenever you get them, you'll cast them out there, and whenever you start reeling them in, they'll like slowly go to the left or slowly go to the right, and they won't like run straight, and they'll kind of get on their side and a bunch of stuff. But this thing stayed perfectly down, went straight literally every time. The only complaint I have, and it's not even really a bad thing, it just depends on how you view it. If you look at this thing, the hooks are pretty small. Now, that is great because the hooks can't get caught on each other. As you can see, I mean, they're never gonna get tangled on each other. That's a problem with a lot of crankbaits I have. The hooks get caught and it just messes up the action and a bunch of stuff. But the hooks never get caught on that. The only problem though is, I think with the hooks that are slightly smaller, it might make it slightly harder to hook them. Now, it might just be the fish today. The fish were just swiping at it and stuff, but I don't know. That's my only possible complaint. They're not bad hooks though, guys. The hooks on there are literally so sharp and so strong, because I did get snagged a couple times just throwing it up in a tree and trying to pull it out, and the hook's never bent, so that is a pretty great thing. The paint job is also phenomenal. I love that. Man, I gotta put some air on though before I can keep talking. Man, that feels good, guys. I need to cool off. It is so hot. But other than that, guys, I think that's all I have to say about the crankbait. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below, and just ask me anything you want to about the bait. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to tell you. The bait will be linked in the description below as well, along with the whole US Angling website. So if you are interested in checking them out, please go over there and do so. And if you do end up buying some, let me know down in the comments below. But other than that, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. If you did enjoy, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. That'll help me out a ton. But other than that, I will just see you in the next video. Bye.